All right, hey y'all. This is not a get ready with me video. Don't worry. I am not a makeup expert, but it's like really the only time that I can make a video, this intro to this video, because I have to go somewhere. And yeah, so I wanted to explain my video that you're about to see. I've decided to do this Summer of Starts, which is starting a Dimensions kit. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do that, the Dimensions kits. Every week, one every week, I think. And I'm going to start my first one, or I started my first one. So it's going to show you the whole unboxing of, I don't know, it's not in a box, it's in a, you know, plastic thing. But I'm going to show you that, and then I'm going to, then the video is going to go into some life stuff. If you want to fast forward through the whole life stuff, you're not going to hurt my feelings. I just kind of explains a little bit about what's been going on with me and my whole, the thing with my parents. Okay. If you're interested, then listen to it. If not, then you can zoom past that. And I will try to put like a timestamp or where it starts and ends. I don't know if I know how to do that. By the way, right now I'm putting on this, it's called Sika Pear. I don't know how you say it. It's by Dr. Jort. And it's supposed to get, I have really red skin. It's like rosacea, I guess, or it's got little veins, and it kind of helps with the redness. And I'm patting it in. That's what I'm doing. I'm just patting the stuff in. So I'm gonna put the timestamps in case you just don't want to listen to the whole life stuff, or if it's depressing or whatever. And then I'm gonna show you a couple of other projects that I was working on. Nothing much, but the good news is that I've started to cross stitch again. I feel like I'm at a point where I can handle it again. The Dimensions kits, you're like, why are you doing the Dimensions kits? They're so confusing and hard. They are time consuming and big, but there's something that's a little bit like calming to me with the whole kitting up aspect of the kits. So I don't know, it's like monotonous and not hard, and now I've kind of gotten used to the way that I do it, and so it has to be done right. I don't really feel like I have to count, so it's just something that has to be done to do a project, and that's why I figured I'd just go ahead and start these things and get that part out of the way when it's like pretty much the only thing I can do. But I have stitched some, and I'll show you that too. So I appreciate you watching my channel. If you are stitching a Dimensions kit, please comment down below or find me on Instagram and send me pictures of what you're stitching and your progress on it, because I'm interested in that, because I do love me some Dimension kits, and one of these days I'm actually going to finish one. Oh my gosh, because I have so many started. It might be a while, but that's okay, because it's what's bringing me happiness at this moment. All right, I'm going to go on and finish putting my makeup on, which y'all do not want to see because I'm not good at it, but this is the intro to this video. Thanks for watching. Hey, this is Angela. Welcome to my FlossTube. Angela loves to stitch. Hey, it's Angela. Guess what I'm doing today? Today is the beginning of my Summer of Starts. Every week, just one time a week, through the months of June, July, and August, I will be starting a Dimensions kit. Today is the first one for the first week, I guess, of, would this be considered the first week of June? Yeah, the first full week of June anyway. I'm starting Fields of Lavender. And this is a kit from Dimensions. It's the Gold Collection. It is right before 7 o'clock in the morning on Thursday, June 6th, and today's my start. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take this over in some better lighting, and I'm just going to take everything out of this package and show you what I've got. All right, I'm going to try to do this without knocking over my camera. This tripod that I have my phone on is so unstable. I'm having to put like a weight on it. And the weight is my light. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to take this very slowly and carefully. So what I did is, I haven't done it yet, but I took pictures of the front and back of the package. And then I'm going to take a picture of everything laid out, and I'm going to send it to Simplicity and see if they'll send me a PDF. I've done it before, so hopefully it'll work out. Right here are all the threads. They're on these pre-sorted cards, which I actually prefer. Because, I mean, I still kit this all up anyway. In my own, I make little floss tags, which I'll show you in a minute. But this helps, you know, cut down on that process for me if they're already separated into the colors. Because sometimes when they're in a bundle, which you'll get in some of the other kits, I think the ones that are made, the older ones are, I think they're made, the ones that were made in the US, I think are coming in bundles, or is it the one that are made in China? I don't remember. But a lot of these colors are so similar, and sometimes it's kind of hard to separate them if it isn't already done for you. So here's the colors. I'm just gonna put those to the side right here. And then we've got a piece of pretty large, I guess, ivory Ada in this. Let's see. Let's see, what is this? It is 14 count, okay? 14 count, and this design is going to be 12 by 16. Also, it comes with 2 pages of instructions. And 2 needles. They look like they're the same size, but I don't know if they are or not. Let's just put those right here. Is there anything else? And that's about it. So this is Fields of Lavender, and the artwork is by Sung Kim. I got this off eBay at a really good price. Sorry about that light. Love the purples. Okay, I'm gonna take a picture of this and be right back. Okay, so I sent the email requesting the PDF, so we'll see if they respond. What I did is just take a picture of the front and the back of the package, and then the model number, I guess. And then I took everything out and laid it kind of all next to each other, whatever would fit in my camera shot, and sent those pictures. and told them also I included the date and the place of purchase. So I purchased that. Why can't I talk? I purchased this kit on January 31st of 2024 from eBay. It was $25. I didn't put the price. Cheaper than I would have gotten it off of Amazon. For sure. Or probably any other place. It's hard to find. So right now what I'm doing is, this is stiff Aida. So I'm just rolling it. I'm rolling it. I'm just trying to get, you know, the stiffness out. And if I start working, I'll probably work in hand some. And I'll probably roll it up that way too. Now, as you can see, this fabric is not a square. So I need to look at this pattern, or the picture. Look at the picture and you can see that it's more of a portrait view than a landscape view. So the fabric is going to go, the longest length is going to go up and down. 12 by 16. So I'll be starting like in the middle here. I'm going to take this off camera here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to line this up and I'm going to mark it with a pen. I'll show you that in a minute because I need to use this table. And when I press down, it's going to knock the camera probably. Well, maybe I can do it. Actually, I'll be right back. All right, so I've folded it, and where the center will be, which will be right around in here, I'm going to stick this pin. Where's the end? Or needle. I'm calling it a pin. It's a needle. Just, you know, it doesn't have to be exact, but just somewhere right around the center. Golly, why can't I get this in? Okay, there. So that's showing up. Okay, see how I just kind of stuck it in there? So then when I unfold it, I'm gonna have, there's the needle, and that's pretty much the center of this piece of fabric. So that's where I'm gonna start. A lot of people like to start on the ends. I'm always afraid that I'm not gonna measure correctly, and I don't know how much space. You could probably count and figure it out if you're not a center starter, just by looking at the pattern and counting over and up or whatever, but I don't like to do that. I just actually like to work my way over and up and then kind of work back down. It may be harder, but I don't know. Maybe it won't be. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, because I don't have the PDF yet, and I'm not even sure if they're gonna send it to me, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna look at my pattern and I'm gonna see what color is in the center. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I looked at the pattern, and the color that's in the very center of the pattern is purple. So it's this color right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a floss drop for these colors and go ahead and kind of kit it up as I go for right now. So this is how I do it. After I get all this thread untangled from my hole punch, That's why I like to go ahead and get it done, because these things can be a mess. Okay, so what I do is I take a tag, and I've shown this before on other videos, but I take a tag. This is just like a craft gift tag that I order, I think like sets of 200 of these. They have already a little hole in the top and have like some string or something. Anyway, I don't use those. The little ribbons that go with it, and I make the hole bigger. This is a hole punch that I'm using. It's like a half inch, I think, hole punch. And I just punch in two holes. One at the top, one at the bottom. And then I take a smaller hole puncher and put some smaller little holes on the sides. And those are going to be for like leftovers. When I separate, if this color uses it, and I don't think it does, but some of the colors use like 2 strands of floss for a full cross stitch, and then 3 strands for like a half cross stitch. So you have to kind of separate them. It's can be a pain. And so I might do like another hole up here to hold the half. When I come to it, if I come to one, I'll do it. But this color just uses, let me look, 2 strands. 2 strands for a full cross stitch. So what I do when I mark this, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this, I'll show it to you, is I write the color, which is purple, at the top. And then underneath it, I write the number of the color, which is 6250. Because I think Dimensions may use the same numbers for the colors. I'm not really positive about that. Okay, then I will put this, I will draw, I will draw the symbol of the specific color. And if there's 2 different symbols, because it uses 2 different kinds of stitch, then I might put one here and one here. But for this one, it only uses 1 symbol. And it's like a square of black dots. So I'm just gonna kind of roughly do this. So it looks like that. This is just for like me, you know? So as long as I know what I'm doing, you could make a copy of this, I guess, and tape it on there, but ugh, that would be a lot of work. And then I will put also on here, over here, it's going to be a full cross stitch, and then I might put a number 2 in parentheses for like 2 strands. So I don't have to keep looking back and forth to the pattern. All the information is on here. 2 strands, that's a symbol. Use 2 strands for a full cross. Okay, once I have all the information on there, and that's why I like getting these, because you can just write all over them, whatever information you want. So then now it's time for me to put the thread on the floss job. So when they're stuck in these sorted card things, there's some glue on the ends. I'm going to show you. So what I do is I just, especially if there's a lot of them like this, because there's like 12 or something of this color, I'll just cut right here on the end, because really the part that's stuck up in there has glue on it, and I'm going to have to cut it off anyway. So here's my lengths of floss, and then I just kind of straighten them out, make sure there's no you know, knots or anything in them. So I lay it out full length, and then I just double it over. Because it's using two lengths. I mean, so it's using two threads in a full cross. This is the length that I'll stick with. I won't have to cut it or anything. And I just take that and loop it in. And there's my first floss strap. Okay, I'm gonna do another one that has a combined color so you can see what I do. If I can stop this. All right, so while I was gone and actually waiting for my husband to leave and go to work so I could finish doing this video, I put a lot of different colors on floss drops. So I've got about, I don't know, 10 or so done. And I wanted to show you really quickly an example of one that has two colors. I mean, sorry, two symbols. Okay, so this is one color that has two symbols. One of them is done in full cross, and one of them is for a half cross. So this symbol is for, and it just happens to be like an X for the full cross. So this symbol is an X. It uses 2 strands for a full cross. And then this is the side that I put it on. And then this symbol uses 3 strands for half a cross. And this is the side that I put that one on. So I just kind of keep it on 2 separate sides. And then here are the, you know, the rest of them that I can pull. What I'll do is I just pull a strand, and then for the ones that are in use 3 strands, I actually cut this in half so it makes it shorter, just because I'm having to put 3 through the eye of the needle at a time, 3 strands, and I can't, because I don't use like the, what's it called? Magic loop or whatever it's called. I don't use that on the 3 strands. So that's an example of that one. And then here's an example of one that is combined colors. So this is just one symbol for a half cross, and it's using yellow, green, 2 strands, and antique gold, 3 strands. So I went ahead and saw on the chart that antique gold is only used in combined colors. So I went ahead and put all of them on this card. And they use 3 strands, so I separated one of the strands and put the rest, I just pulled 3 out of here actually. And on this side, I just pulled 2. And then, so these holes down here are already, these are like, this is ready to go. This is ready to go. This is ready to go. See, I've already combined those. See? Anyway, and then on the back, because I didn't have room to write the number, on the back, I wrote the numbers. So I can flip. And this is just, you don't have to do that, of course, because you're going to have, you know, the the chart and everything that has all the information on it, but I just like to have these, you know, so I don't have to keep looking back at the chart. If I like pull the last green and I want to go back and get some more of this, because it's the yellow green's used in several different, has its own card because it's used in half cross and full cross. I'll go back and find that one. Well, actually I just did it. See? Is that right? Yellow, green, yeah. See, it says 16010. That's that card. Okay, does that explain it? All right, so I think that I have all the colors. I have not kitted up all these colors. I'm just gonna, this is what I'm gonna do for today. But I'm gonna go ahead and start this, and I'm going to show you what it looks like by starting in the middle and moving over to the side. I think I've got all the symbols. I might have to count a little bit. Some of them are kind of skipped over, but what I'm gonna do is go in the middle of the pattern and then work over to the left and then up to the top right corner. And then from there, I'll just work as normal. So I will see you back here in a minute. Oh, and I'm sure that you know this, but when I pull out a strand, I just take a needle and then pick a strand up and I pull it up and away from everything else, and it comes out very cleanly. So there's one strand. And then what I do, now this needle that I'm using is a size 24, and it's a, like a Sullivan's easy ball, I don't know what it's called, easy count ball tip. I'm not really sure what they're called, but they're my favorite needles. But I like to use the size 24 on the 14 count. And what I did is I just doubled over this yarn and put the two ends through the needle that and so there's actually like a tail there, but that's the loop. And I'll do the magic loop start. Is it called magic loop? I'm not sure. Is that what it's called? Magic loop? Why do I keep saying that? Magic loop. I don't know. All right, let's see. My pattern. Do my start. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to roll this in on the sides. I'll be right back after I do that. Okay, so what I've done, and you don't have to, I mean, I'm working in hand, so I clipped these. I just kind of rolled the ends in so I could work, but I ordered these they're like tiny little clips like this. I think I got them off Amazon. Let me put this on here first. They look like this. They look like that. And there's a whole bunch of them in here, 100. There's the name of them. And I just rolled my fabric in on each side, and because I'm starting right here in the middle, and I'll roll it out because I'm going to be working this way, so I'll eventually kind of roll that out a little bit. But yeah, so I'm going to start right here, and I've got my needle kind of here in the center. I'm gonna be starting right there. So to do like the magic loop, you go from the top, I put mine through, there is no like right or wrong to this. This is how I do it. I put it in the hole that's in the bottom left-hand corner and pull it all the way through until there's a loop left. And then I come up in the top right hole. Pull it through, but make sure that you leave a little bit of the loop out, and then just bring your needle through the loop and pull. And then I go back down through that top right corner. That's the first leg of my stitch. And these are full crosses I'm doing right now. And I need better reading glasses because these are not strong enough for me to even see. Even though it's 14 count, I have really bad eyes. And I'll just do 2 stitches to give me a good start, and I'll come back and show you what I've completed for the day. I don't really have that much time to stitch today. But I know I have to, I'm just gonna leave that there. Okay, yeah, I don't have that much time to stitch today because I gotta do some of this stuff, but I got myself a little bitty start, see? 2 little stitches. All right, I'll be back. All right, y'all, I'm back. It is Friday morning. I left you yesterday. I had just started the Fields of Lavender Dimensions Gold kit because I'm going to start one new every week, because why not? This is what it looks like. I've decided to put the kit in one of these bags. This is the picture. And I ordered this off eBay. So, what I told you I was going to do, excuse my appearance, but I haven't gotten dressed yet, sorry. I started in the middle, and yesterday I pretty much went, so I started here, and I have no idea how this is gonna come across on the screen. And I worked over to here, and then I worked up. And so these are all like kind of hanging threads because I just worked up the color. And now I'm at the top, and I'm working on, I'm gonna fill in this first, it's like a, it's not a 10 by 10 block. It's a 10 by 8 or something like that. Let me just show you. So I did, anyway, then I'm just gonna walk, okay, I'm gonna fill all in, and I'm just gonna work over and then down. So I hope I did this right. If not, then I'll probably just start it over on a different piece of fabric. Let me have a little sip of coffee. I can't even say coffee right now. I had to leave. I couldn't finish. I wanted to get to this point yesterday. But I had to go. Just a little life update thrown in here. I've told you I've been dealing with my parents and their health issues. My mom is great. We're actually have her in an assisted living temporarily because her level of assistance is very low. She's actually probably the healthiest one in there, but she has that blood clot and is having to take blood thinners twice a day. And I just wanted to put her in a place temporarily where I knew that she was going to get that care until I figured something else out. And then plus she had cut her leg because her leg was so swollen from the blood clot. She cut her leg on her car door, And so she's also been dealing with, like, they say it's a wound. It was a laceration, but it's pretty deep. So she had to go to wound care. I've been taking her to wound care. But I needed to have her in some place where I knew she was being taken care of and safe, because at the same time, I started having issues with my dad, who lives out of town. And long story short, he has been in the hospital since the beginning, or since the end of April, around like the 20th of April, 3 times. One for 3 weeks, and then once for just a day, and then once for 4 days. Different things. And we got him into an assisted living, one that would take him. He's having some behavioral issues. This is all new to me, and I'm just trying to figure it all out. But he lasted there 4 days. And luckily, it was like on a trial basis. And then he went to the hospital, and we got him into another place that's actually closer to where I live. And he's been there for a week and a day. And so far, they seem to be able to manage him and his agitation. But I went to go visit him for the first time because they recommended that I not come to visit him for like the first week so he could get adjusted. And so I went for the first time yesterday and was there for an hour. And basically he wasn't very nice the entire time I was there to them or me. And so I ended up leaving because I felt like I was just making it worse. This is the hardest thing I think I've ever done. Or one of the hardest things emotionally. And now I feel like, to begin with, I was like on a flight or fight. Is that what it's called? Flight or fight? Just trying to get, I felt like I was just like running on adrenaline, trying to get him from one place to another. And I had no brain power to cross stitch. All I could do was knit. And now I feel like he's in a place that's settled. I don't feel as, and I'm figuring stuff out with my mom. And, got him a place where I feel like they can take care of him. I'm hoping and praying that they can. I feel like I'm less like running on adrenaline, but I'm also at the same time, I'm very worried. So now I'm able to cross stitch, and I feel like it's helping just kind of like distract my mind. I have the brain power to do it, but it's also just making me like calm down, I guess. Oh my goodness. I just, and my mom has short-term, like the early stages of dementia. She like can't remember anything. And that's why I can't trust her to take her medicine on her own. She can't take her medicine on her own. So she has to have some management with that. And then my dad, he's always had some like mental health issues, but now I think they think he has dementia as well. And his is like even more progressed than hers. I don't know what it is, to be honest with you. It's like he can remember stuff. It's not a short-term memory thing. I don't know, but I have never seen someone go like this in such a short amount of time. It's baffling to me. The beginning of April, he could walk on his own. He was living on his own, and now he can't even like go to the bathroom by himself. I don't know. Anyway, enough about that. Enough. Okay, back to, if you wanted to skip over that, you can. Back to the fields of lavender. Okay, so I told you yesterday that I was going to send Simplicity a message asking for the PDF, and they sent it to me yesterday. So it took not even a day to get it. I'm gonna show you a little bit about what I do. Now that I've worked up to the top, this is just how clear it is on the PDF. I'm working on this first square, and what I do is I take like this is on Good Notes, and I just kind of outline the square in red, and then I fill it just to know where I am, and I fill it all in. When I've stitched an area, I mark it in green. So that's what I do. Did I show you what I did? I did show you what I did, right? Okay. So going up to here. And that's it. That's it for my first project. Now what I'm gonna do for the next week is I'm gonna work on this, and I'll show you, I'll come back next week and show you, I haven't really decided what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you my progress and maybe let you know the next thing I'm gonna stitch, project I'm gonna start on my summer of starts. And I'm only gonna be starting one of these a week. So it's really 12, I would say. You know, I'm saying 4 weeks in a month, and then 3 months in the summer. I'm counting summer as June, July, and August. Yeah, just because I like starting things. So, yeah, that's it on that. If you have any questions about the way that I do things with the dimensions kits, I mean, it's not perfect. I don't have it all kitted up yet at all. I think I'll just do it now as I go, or if I just get in the, you know, mood. But these are the ones that I've done so far. Probably about 12 or 15 colors that I've kitted up so far, or that I've put on floss drops. And after you do it a few times, you kind of get used to like making these things and like the system that works for you. You need to find something that works for you. This may drive people nuts, okay? And that's fine. Some people might want to work right off of those cards, or you want to bobbinate everything or whatever. You just have to find a system and a method that works for yourself. Doing things like this, it works for me because I can write stuff on all these cards, and then I can reuse this. For something else, I can scratch it out or mark it out and just use the other side. I mean, so I feel like it's economically, because the package of like 200 of these little cards was like $6 on Amazon. And then the hole punch wasn't that much money either. And the other hole punch I already had. I mean, you can get that anywhere. And it was a 1/2 inch. The bigger hole punch was like a 1/2 inch circle punch. So yeah, I mean, just you find what works for you and go from there. This is it for me. And I guess that's all I have to say. What am I going to be doing? This isn't really a floss tube because I haven't really, maybe it is a floss tube because I really haven't been doing all that much stitching. I can show you the other project that I've been working on. The knitting project, I can go downstairs and get that. Actually, I think I will. And I'll be right back. All right, do y'all always wonder why I have this gray sweatshirt on? It is so many years old. It's like my robe. So basically when I make videos, I'm wearing a robe, my robe. All right, so the other thing that I worked on some when I just had no brain capacity to do anything else is in this cute little bag from, what is the name of this person that made this bag? She's So Sassy. She's So Sassy on Etsy. And I just put this project in here. This is a printed cross stitch. Was it a stamped cross stitch that I purchased a long time ago. And I started filling it in. It is, that's the picture. And then that's what I've done. It's one of those weird ones, you know, where you can't really, anyway, that's what I've been working on. So it was like the only thing I could manage to like make my brain do. But I think right now, I think I'm getting over it. Yay me. And then I started on another sock, but apparently I can't knit socks. So I went to my blanket, and I'm doing the knit jelly roll blanket, and I can't remember who the pattern is by, but let me just show you. Right now I'm working on this first strip, and I'm using just like new yarn and scraps. So I started down here, and I'm just working my way up, and I'm still working on the strip using this color. But I actually, because I wanted to learn how to do this, I actually started the next strip to practice how to join them together, because I didn't want to get like, okay. I didn't want to get like so far into the project and not be able to figure out how to join these. But I actually think I'm doing a good job on joining. I figured out how to do it and make this like little seam or whatever in the middle join, which is like little V's. Yeah, so my plan is to finish, to just make to keep adding on to this first strip until I get it to be the length or whatever, this way that I want it to be. I probably want it to be double this. Then bind it off the top, and then come back down here and start working on this second strip, and then go all the way up and just keep joining. Now it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy. Now that I got the hang of it, I'm really happy with the way that it's gonna, I hope I'm happy with the way it's gonna look. I'm sure I've messed up somewhere. That's me. Like, I feel like I messed up somewhere in the count on this strip. But they're 15, because these are just 15 stitches wide. And I'm using DK weight yarn. That's it. All right, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments if you are stitching on a dimensions kit. Who wants to join me in starting a new dimensions kit every week for the summer? If you do, then let me know. Send me a message. Send me a message on Instagram or comment. Actually, go on Instagram and send me a message and let me know. That would be better for me to reply. And also, you can send me pictures of what you're doing, and I would love to see them. I can even like show them on here if you give me permission. So I'm gonna go put some makeup on. I have an extra little time now because I just got a message from the girl that we were supposed to meet. My mom and I were going to like interview a caregiver. I'm not really interviewing her. I'm basically just saying, hey, can you do this? But she's gonna be late, so I will talk to you later. Those at StitchCon, have a good time. I'm jealous, wish I could be there, but I purposely didn't even sign up or try to get in this because I just went to Colorado. I forgot to tell y'all I went to Colorado last week, or left on Friday and came back on Tuesday for my niece's wedding. I was able to do that. So I took my mom and the rest of my family. We all went, and it was a great time. Beautiful wedding, and I love Colorado. We went to the Golden Golden, Colorado and Evergreen area. We went to the Coors factory and drank some beer. And that was fun. And then we went to we had a sunrise hike at Red Rocks. And then we hiked up to then we walked up to the amphitheater, which was a hall. My legs and my butt were extremely sore the next day from all the steps. If you've ever been there, you know what I'm talking about. Wow. And we packed a whole bunch of things into 3 days. It was fun. And the weather was hot, unexpectedly hot on, I don't know, Sunday. I'm going to say it was like the hottest day of the year so far there, but it was, I think, hotter than it was here in Georgia on that day. And of course at night, the temperature like plummets and you're like freezing, but at least I was. We saw some mountains in the distance that had snow still on them. I don't know what mountains those were. I think they said Telluride was there. I don't know. I'm not familiar with any of the stuff. We didn't go really much outside of Golden, Morrison, and Evergreen, because the wedding that we went to was in Evergreen at Evergreen Lake House. It's beautiful, beautiful. And yeah, so that's what I've been doing. All right, thanks for watching, y'all, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Happy stitching.